Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome all of you to our first MPD Media Mixer. And the purpose of this is to introduce our media partners to the newly appointed and to get to know them, their background and experience. We plan to hold these periodically throughout the year. This will assist the MPD with the goal of improving our relationships along with our media partners. So I'm very excited today that I'm announcing new leadership personnel in the appointed positions within the MPD. These decisions were made after my executive team and I had very careful, deliberate conversations with all of our command staff, including our MPD lieutenants, commanders, inspectors, but also, very importantly, holding listening sessions with our community. As we move forward ensuring public safety through a procedural justice lens, our goal is of trust, accountability, and professional service. Those will remain on our forefront. And we are reminded of the service and public service and strive to increase the trust with the communities that we serve. This is paramount to our mission, and these leaders who stand before you are an excellent example of that. And it is my honor now to present you the newest appointed leaders of the MPD. First, I'd like to introduce you to Deputy Chief of Patrol, Cathy Waite. Deputy Chief Waite will oversee our patrol operations for the city's 5 police precincts. Deputy Chief Waite has extensive experience as a precinct inspector, serving in that capacity since 2013, starting in the 2nd Precinct and most recently serving in the 5th Precinct. As a 5th Precinct inspector, Deputy Chief Waite was instrumental, as inspector, she was instrumental in the development of the MPD Co-Responder Unit, which pairs a uniformed officer with a mental health professional from Hennepin County COPE. She is also a very strong proponent of officer and employee wellness, which includes, more recently, facilitating yoga and mindfulness classes for the officers at the 5th Precinct. As a lieutenant with the MPD, Waite worked in both the 1st and 2nd Precincts, as well as our Special Operations Division, overseeing our canine and traffic units. She was a member of the SWAT Crisis Negotiation Team, leading the team during her tenure as lieutenant. Deputy Chief Waite began her career with the MPD in 1993, and her previous service includes duties in the 4th Precinct, Narcotics and Safe Unit. She worked as well as an investigator in the Juvenile Unit, also in our Internal Affairs Unit. Deputy Chief Waite graduated from Hamline University in St. Paul with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Psychology. She then returned to Hamline University to complete her Master of Arts in Public Administration. Pleased to announce Deputy Chief Cathy Waite. Next, I'd like to announce the appointment of the next 4th Precinct Inspector, Inspector Kelvin. Most recently, Inspector Polfus served as Lieutenant supervising the Procedural Justice Unit that oversaw our Community Engagement Team and our Community Navigators. These teams share the common goal and important work of increasing the trust between the MPD and the communities it serves by focusing on the way our members of the MPD interact with the public. Inspector Polfus began his career with the MPD back in 1992 and has vast experience throughout the department, including working closely with our crime victims and their families, while he was an investigator in the Child Abuse Unit, Juvenile Unit, Robbery Unit, and Homicide Unit. He brings supervisory experience with him from previous assignments as a patrol supervisor in both the 3rd and 4th Precincts, as well as supervising the 1st Precinct Property Crimes Unit, Crimes Against Children's Unit, and while serving as a shift lieutenant in the 2nd Precinct. Inspector Polfus is originally from Chicago, Illinois, and has earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Management from the Minnesota State University of Mankato. I would like to take just a moment of reflection here regarding Inspector Polfus's assignment. Many of you may know that back in February 21st of this year, myself, along through the mayor's office and his leadership, we really wanted to be intentional engaging in a community listening session for those Northside stakeholders and residents. They had seen the most turnover of inspector leadership at that 4th Precinct over the past decade, and it was absolutely very, very painful and troubling for them. It was my intention from the very beginning not to rush this appointment. It was very critical to make sure that myself and the leadership team, we did everything right to make sure that the residents of North Minneapolis had the best leadership in place for them and to serve them. several of the takeaways that our team looked at from the recommendations from that session were very important and were very significant in ultimately helping me select Inspector Polis for that precinct. He takes initiative to build relationships and engages with our community. He respects the North Side and the people who live there, has empathy and understanding of the challenges that people face in North Minneapolis. He also has administrative integrity, applying rules and enforcing established boundaries for the behavior of those people under his command. And he also is very much about transparency and accountability. Again, this is very groundbreaking for the Minneapolis Police Department, had never been done before in this process, and I want to thank Mayor Fry for his leadership in making sure that we were really including the community voices in that. So with that, I want to introduce to you Inspector Kelvin Polis of the 4th Precinct. Next, I'd like to bring up the new 5th Precinct Inspector, Amelia Huffman. Inspector Huffman brings a wealth of experience to this role with working with community in the 5th Precinct. She has a long history with the 5th Precinct, working there in her first assignment as a patrol officer and as a member of the community response team, and also as a shift lieutenant. After joining the MPD in 1994, she rose through the ranks for a variety of assignments, including 3rd and 5th Precincts, investigations, and administration. She has served as an investigator in our Financial Crimes Unit, Crimes Against Children's Unit, Internal Affairs, as well as the Public Information Officer and the Commander of the Homicide, as well as our licensing units. She was promoted to the rank of Captain and commanded the Criminal Investigations Division before that rank was abolished back in 2013. Inspector Huffman received a bachelor's degree from Smith College and a master's degree from Stevens College. Thank you, everyone, we're going to bring up the next one. Thank you. Next, I'd like to announce our new commander of the training unit, Commander Katie Blackwell. Commander Blackwell will oversee the department's in-service training academy, the field training officer program, and leadership and professional development programs. Most recently, Commander Blackwell served as a lieutenant in the MPD's training unit, where she created and developed a comprehensive leadership course for recently promoted sergeants and lieutenants. She also restructured the FTO program and developed FTO development courses. This was also very significant because in the history of our department, we had not established a very comprehensive leadership orientation course for our new supervisors. Commander Blackwell began her career with the MPD as a community service officer back in 2000 and has served in different capacities throughout the department during that time. She was previously an investigator in the assault unit, a member of the violent crimes investigations team, a homicide investigator, a sex crimes investigator, and a patrol supervisor in both the 1st and 4th precincts. As an officer, Commander Blackwell worked in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd precincts, as well as the Violent Offender Task Force, Safe Streets Unit, and community response teams. In addition to her primary duties, Commander Blackwell took on secondary assignments and was a supervisor on the MPD Honor Guard and supervised the Crisis Negotiations Team. The MPD is also very proud of the military service of Commander Blackwell, who is a 21-year veteran of the Minnesota Army National Guard and is currently assigned as the Brigade Operations Sergeant Major of the 84th Troop Command. She has participated in numerous statewide civil support activations, training sessions, and training missions in Germany and Norway. She has been deployed as a part of the NATO peacekeeping force in Bosnia and deployed to Iraq as part of Operation Iraqi Freedom. She has been awarded a Bronze Star, a Purple Heart, and a Combat Action Badge. Commander Blackwell has her Bachelor's in Science and Police Science and a Master's in Public Safety Administration from St. Mary's University in Minnesota. She is an adjunct instructor for St. Mary's University of Minnesota, teaching both police leadership and management. She is also a graduate of Northwestern University's School of Police Staff in Command. Welcome our new commander. Thank you. One of the most important decisions that I make as chief is our new leadership. This is very important as myself and our executive team are trying to move the MPD towards the procedural justice focus and culture. And as we transform our culture, it's very important that we have leadership from today and beyond to help shape that. I'm very confident, very inspired by these leaders. I always say that leadership starts long before the promotion. All of these individuals before you have practiced that throughout their career here. So I'm very proud. It's a very proud day for the department and our communities. With that, I'd like to bring up Mayor Jacob Frey.
These will perhaps be the shortest comments that you hear from me at any point in time. I fully support our chief. I fully support the appointments that have been made, and I have no doubt that Deputy Chief and inspectors, you will carry out your service, your duty, your responsibilities with both passion and excellence. We expect a whole lot from you, and I have no doubt that you will deliver. I also want to note that the process for community engagement was done with integrity and has been an excellent model set forth by our chief. You have my full support. Thank you.